was the massive explosion in China last week, the Rod of God. This is SkyWatch TV News for Tuesday, August 18th, 2015. I'm Derek Gilbert. As with any major event, rumors begin flying around almost immediately, and the conspiracy theories follow shortly thereafter. The explosion last Wednesday at Tianjin, China, has left 114 people dead. That's the official count as of today. 70 people still missing. But some sources in the area claim that the death toll may rise to as much as 1,400. Some witnesses there describe the explosion as like a nuclear blast. The Chinese government has clamped down on information coming out of the area. The Guardian, newspaper from London, reports that 50 websites and hundreds of social media accounts have been shut down by the Chinese government. According to the vice mayor of Tianjin, which is a city of 15 million people, the warehouse that exploded stored around 700 tons of sodium cyanide. Now, it was only authorized to hold 24 tons. The fear now is that storms in the area may turn the sodium cyanide, which is water soluble, into hydrogen cyanide and wash it into local water supplies. That would be bad. Hydrogen cyanide is poisonous. Exposure can be fatal in a hurry, in relatively small doses. But now, as I mentioned, with any event like this, theories about what really happened start making the rounds of the internet pretty quickly. One of the theories is that the United States dropped a Rod of God weapon on Tianjin. The Rod of God is a so-called kinetic weapon, basically a telephone pole-sized bar of titanium dropped from a satellite. Because it comes straight down at an extremely high rate of speed, it's very difficult to detect, very small radar signature, almost impossible to defend against, and hits the Earth with a nuclear force blast, but without the radiation. Now, the theory is that the Rod of God, the existence of which, by the way, is still unproven, was payback for China devaluing its currency against the dollar last week, beginning what some fear may be a currency war or an all-out trade war. Also possibly a warning against the Chinese selling off U.S. debt at a discount. One website went so far as to point out that the only time that we know of for sure that nuclear weapons were used on a civilian population was 1945, which was also a Shemitah year, which we're in right now. Again, this is all unproven theory, just internet rumor, and I would add this, from a common sense perspective, China is a nuclear power. Would the United States actually risk losing, say, Los Angeles to a Chinese nuclear submarine over a 4% devaluation in the Chinese currency? My personal opinion, I don't think we would risk losing Los Angeles even for Taiwan if the Chinese chose to invade. Calm down and look for hard evidence. Now, if that wasn't gloomy enough, the major media has also picked up on rumors of a deadly asteroid strike, another story that's been floating around the internet. I've avoided talking about this to this point because there's no evidence that this is actually going to happen. But the major media has now picked up on the story. Newspaper in Britain running the story yesterday, discussing the claim that an asteroid will hit the Earth sometime between September 23rd and 28th, coinciding with the fourth blood moon of this blood moon tetrad. Now, Tom Horn posted the story to SkyWatchTV.com this morning, where we run a regular series of news articles that we think are important, and he added this comment, and so we on SkyWatch TV are now on record as of today. We do not believe this is going to happen. Don't panic. In other news, the heat apparently finally driving some of the cooks out of the kitchen. STEM Express, a baby organ middleman featured in several videos released recently about the gruesome trade in fetal body parts, has severed ties with Planned Parenthood. Last Thursday, a judge in California denied a motion filed by STEM Express to block the release of additional videos, undercover videos, that feature executives of STEM Express discussing the purchase and sale of body parts harvested from aborted babies. South America, Ecuador, a volcano is waking up, could threaten hundreds of thousands of people. This is an actual story. Cotopaxi volcano is about 30 miles from the capital city of Quito, and on Friday it sent ash 17 miles into the atmosphere. As many as 325,000 people live in the potential path of the lava and mud flows. In Japan, the Sakurajima volcano is showing an increased risk of an eruption. This is a very active volcano. The timing on this, though, is especially bad. It's located about 30 miles from the Sendai nuclear power plant, which is in the process of restarting going online for the first time in 4 years since the massive tsunami led to the problems, the meltdowns at the Fukushima nuclear power plant. But of course, we know that the mother of all volcanoes is right here in the United States. That's the Yellowstone supervolcano. It is so large that experts estimate that if it were to blow, it would cover most all of North America with a layer of ash, the blue zone you see in the graphic here, to a depth of about 2.5 feet. The odds of eruption, about 1 in 700,000. So because this is not a new discovery, I mean, geologists, seismologists have known about this caldera for years. Why did the Daily Mail in the UK decide that it needed to run the story today? Seems like every few years they trot this story out as clickbait, frankly. In fact, even a couple of years ago, a cable channel produced a pseudo-documentary, a fictional documentary of an eruption of the Yellowstone volcano. The truth of the matter is that there's no place on Earth that is absolutely safe from every form of disaster. If a volcano doesn't get you, the hurricane, the blizzard, the tornado possibly will. Again, trust in God, prepare both physically and spiritually, because we never know what may happen tomorrow. Turning to the world of the transhumanists, we ponder the burning question, should humans be allowed to marry robots? Sounds like a silly question. You may laugh, but real people are giving this real thought. And it's a question that's entering mainstream consciousness through recent movies like Her and Ex Machina, the AMC television series Humans. We'll discuss more of this on our Friday Sci-Fi edition of SkyWatch TV News. It raises the question, what does it mean to be human? And does it even matter anymore in an age where personhood theory is replacing humanity? Will the recent Supreme Court decision on gay marriage lead to the legalization of human-robot weddings? I mean, the court has affirmed our rights to decide our private choices. Robots may well be defined as persons under the law and thus entitled to rights that we once thought of as human rights. And because marriage, according to the court, safeguards children and families, why couldn't a properly designed and programmed robot be a good parent? Now, on a purely physical level and without being crude, we already know for a fact that there are companies out there working to produce extremely lifelike robots that would replace the need for a physical partner for certain physical acts. To be truthful, many of the advances in streaming video technology that we take advantage of on the internet were developed to facilitate pornography. Taking things a step further, Zoltan Istvan, who is running for president on the Transhumanist Party ticket, has written an essay explaining why he wants to be a machine. Because, he says, biology is such a lousy platform for human evolution. Of course, author and bioethicist Wesley J. Smith points out that this is like the two ladies in the classic Woody Allen joke. Agnes asks her friend Pearl about her experience at a new restaurant. And Pearl says, it was awful. The food was terrible. And the portions are so small. Similarly, transhumanists see human life as nasty, brutish, and way too short. And for that reason, Wesley believes that transhumanism should be relabeled minus humanism. It is, in fact, a new religion, and that's the point of Tom Horn's new essay in a series that he's writing in advance of the release of the documentary film Inhuman from SkyWatch TV and Defender Films. In fact, Wesley J. Smith will be featured in that film. Part 11 of Tom's series of essays published today at skywatchtv.com. It is a path to apotheosis, to be as gods. It's very appealing to a generation being raised from the cradle with a mobile computer in their hands, and that's why we pay attention to it at SkyWatch TV. That documentary film will be released in September, and again, part 11 of his series Inhuman, posted today at skywatchtv.com. Gary Stearman was here recently for a secret meeting with Tom Horn. The result of that meeting is the big announcement that you'll see on SkyWatch TV tonight. It airs on the Christian Television Network at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's DirecTV, Channel 376, Dish Network, Channel 267, the Glory Star satellite, channel 117, and of course, you can watch it on the internet. The Christian Television Network streams its programming at its website, the website ctnonline.com. Now, if you missed the announcement tonight, you'll be able to see it beginning tomorrow morning on the SkyWatch TV Roku channel. And of course, instructions on how to add the Roku channel to your account are posted at skywatchtv.com/Roku. We truly appreciate your support for the work that we do here. For your financial support during the month of August, any gift of $20 or more, we'd like you to have these books as our gift to you. Billy Graham's The Reason for My Hope, Salvation, in which he describes the need for salvation and the process by which we attain salvation, only through Jesus Christ and his shed blood. And Discovering the City of Sodom, the book by Dr. Stephen Collins, Dr. Latane Scott, the true account of the discovery of Sodom. Those books are a gift to you for your gift to us of $20 or more. You'll find instructions on how to give at skywatchtv.com. We appreciate your comments, questions, and suggestions. You can email those to me, dgilbert@skywatchtv.com. And thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is SkyWatch TV.